Caleb. Please like and subscribe.
Welcome back to another Crypto Bros
An Ollie girl.
podcast, number 85.
He said that with
Boy,
such
Mark.
like certainty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so people that are watching can tell that it's just the three of us today. Holly had some plans, and then on her way home, ran over a wrench and blew out a tire and is not going to make it. So we've got a few funny stories and this and that we're going to go over, and then we're also going to talk about the big game next Sunday. And I've got 5 predictions I want you guys to make, and we'll see who's right, and the winner will get something cool like bragging rights. So we'll go from there and see what happens. So how was your guys' week?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty good. Anybody do anything interesting?
Yeah. Did a Mario Kart tournament yesterday.
Did
with
you
like
get
25
last?
people. No, I did not get last. I probably got, let's see, they didn't really score it very well, but I was probably third, fourth. I was a little confused on the points, but
Bring home any money?
the winner got $680, so it was
Dang.
it was all to the top person. So
Dang.
Oh,
yeah,
Winner takes
I think they
all.
did. I think so, he gave a TV away to the second place, like a little 30-inch TV, but
Did it cost
That's
money
just-
to get into?
it cost $20 to get into.
Oh, wow.
it's not bad.
Yeah,
That's insane, man.
I would say if we went off just the points alone, I probably would have won. But I got like second, right there. I got first quite a few times, and then got second several times. But I didn't win a first in the right ones, or I probably would have
You
won.
didn't win when it mattered?
Exactly. which is funny is I got knocked out. Me and my son Gabe got knocked out, and at the end, but as a filler, we raced against the last 3 or 4 just to kind of mess with them while they were winning. And Gabe won the overall at the very end, beat them all. And he was so
Really?
disappointed because he was out and he didn't get to win the money.
Uh,
but he beat all the champions.
he wouldn't know what to do
That'd
with
be my
$600 anyways, I don't think. Would he?
No, he
He's
wasn't.
never seen $600. He didn't even know that's a thing.
Oh, he was trying to get it. Trust me, he was like mafia coming out. He was like, I won fair and square. I won. And he was like talking to the guy that was in charge, and he was like, oh, sorry, buddy.
Give me the money.
Welcome to life, son.
That's what I said.
What about you, Caleb? You do anything fun like Greg and
I did
lose?
not. I wish I had fun stuff like that, but no. I just worked all week, and then I slept most of the weekend. Hibernation.
Hey, you know what?
That's
It was a
pretty big.
beautiful week here in Missouri, except for the weekend. Yesterday and today has been nasty, cold, and rainy, whereas the rest of the week was, I think it may have touched 70 one of the days this week. So, yeah.
Went to 3 basketball games.
Yeah,
3
me too.
basketball games. Yeah.
So, for those of you that know, I coach basketball, but this year we have a special thing going on to where we had decided we would just play with 6 girls. Well, we didn't really decide. Only 6 girls showed up. And we've been playing with 5 because of injuries. So we played against what I would consider the best team in the conference Friday night. And I really didn't know what that was going to look like with the 5 girls that I had. But we ended up losing. But it was, I say only 15. But if you had any idea what my girls look like and what their girls look like, and you saw them warming up, you would have thought it was going to be a 40-point just
Yeah.
butt kicking.
They
But
played well.
yeah, the girls fight hard and they give it everything they've got, and they're just outnumbered on some nights. So this year, I think right now we're 8-12, which there were some coaches I talked to before the season that didn't really think we would probably make it to even 8 wins. So, and we still have at least 6 games left, so we'll see what happens. Trying to get to that 500 mark this year. A little bit rebuilding year. Next year, though, we're going to have 5 whole girls. So. And then after that, our numbers start to get bigger, and we'll have some depth and some bench players. So I don't know. It's
So no injuries next year.
I hope not, because we had 6. One sprained an MCL. She was out, and then the game she came back, one rolled an ankle, and she's been out. So for like the last 5 weeks, we've been playing with 5. and that's not the easiest thing in the world to do. So, but good times. Anyways, let's talk about the big game on Sunday. I don't know if we can say Super Bowl or not, but I'm going to say it anyways.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
We're not paying royalties. So you guys, I know, are rooting for the Chiefs, as am I. But I got some questions for you about the game. And then we'll see where that ends up next week. We'll kind of go back and tally it. Whereas I'm pretty sure we're not going to have a podcast next week. We may throw some shorts out there and things like that because Holly's actually coming into town and we're going to be watching the game together. Hopefully she realizes the game's in Vegas and not in Kansas City. I say that as a joke. But Greg laughed, so get one laugh out of it. But we're going to be hanging out when we would normally film the podcast and the Super Bowl will be going on and things like that. And, you know, we're going to enjoy it, not necessarily go live or anything like that. But first off, guys, who's going to win the Super Bowl? What's your prediction? Oh, man, I can see Caleb's eyes. He's not sure. He's not sure.
It's going to be a good game. I think the Chiefs will win, but I think it's going to be close.
All right, Caleb picks the Chiefs. What's the score, Caleb?
21-17.
21-17. That would be a good game. Greg, what about you?
Well, yeah, Chiefs for sure. And they're gonna score 27.
Oh, okay.
And San Fran. I'm gonna say 11.
That's a really weird number.
I know.
You're trying to lose. How are they gonna get to 11?
I know. Trust me, I know it was weird. We'll see.
I guess they could get a touchdown, go for 2, and then kick a field goal.
Yeah, or 3 field goals and a safety.
Yeah. It'd be a weird game.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go along the lines of kind of actually a combined score of what you guys said. I'm going 27-17 Kansas City. So I think they're going to win by 10. I just have this sneaky feeling that the game won't be as close as the score is. And I don't know why I feel that way, but I feel like we're going to feel like the Chiefs are in control for the most of it. And there'll be some times where if we would have scored another touchdown that, hey, we'd blow them out type thing. But I just have this feeling. I just don't think anybody is going to put – I think the Chiefs are going to score close to 28 points, 30 points. I just do. I don't know why, because the Niners' defense is good. I just don't think the Niners are going to put that many points up on the board against the Chiefs' defense. I think if anybody has a bone to pick with predictions and things like that, and like pride, it's the defense of the Chiefs. I don't think they get near enough credit for what they've done this year. Everybody was talking about how all-world Baltimore's defense was, and they are good, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to average points allowed, they're 0.3 points better than the Chiefs. So Baltimore was 1, Chiefs were 2, and I saw a stat that made me go, oh, this might actually be really good for the Chiefs, that the Niners' offensive line, their pass protection ranks like 25th in the league. So against a good defense, that's not normally usually a good thing. Now, they don't normally hang on to the ball very long, so they like to throw quick screens and slants and things like that. So we'll see. Who do you think the MVP of the game is going to be? Wow. Everybody speak up at once.
I think it's been the last 10 years or so. It's been the quarterback, hasn't it?
I
take that back. Cooper Kupp won it, didn't he?
Did he? I don't know.
Yeah, I think he did. But normally it's a quarterback. So,
it usually takes a very, very special defensive game, like somebody with a pick six or 2 interceptions or a bunch of sacks. I think Richard Dent got it in like 85 for the Bears. But it takes a monster defensive game to get it. I think there's been some running backs maybe that have gotten it. But now that I say that, I can't think of one. But normally, yeah, it's an offensive player, and normally it is a quarterback. So are you picking Mahomes in? What about you, Greg?
I picked Mahomes.
Well, if I'm gonna,
I want Pacheco.
You're what?
I want Pacheco to get it. If the Chiefs win, I want Pacheco to have it.
I think that there's a chance that would be the guy that would beat him out. Because if he went for 3 touchdowns and ran for like 90 yards or something like that, it'd be probably pretty hard to not vote him in as the MVP. But I will say, and I'm going with Mahomes also, and the reason I say that is I do believe that the quarterback will be the MVP, but you have to basically win the game. Because can we all agree last year in the Super Bowl that Jalen Hurts had way better stats than Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah.
So, but he didn't win, so he didn't get the MVP. And I honestly thought for a second they might actually give it to Hurts because his stats were so awesome. So I would say that it'll be Mahomes, but my reasoning is because he's a 2-time Super Bowl MVP, and there are several 2-time Super Bowl MVPs. There's not very many 3-time Super Bowl MVPs.
Are you saying it's rigged?
I'm not saying it's rigged, but I do think that the sports writers like things to be very poetic, and I think that this would be kind of poetic for them. So I'm going to pick Mahomes also.
Last year, was it Bolton that ran back a touchdown?
Yep.
A fumble. And he got another one, but they got called back on the penalty.
Yep.
So if something like that happened, he could get the MVP.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody like McDuffie doesn't have a pick 6. And maybe a sack and a fumble recovery that pushes him in that. And when the defense scores, people forget, well, that's one less possession for your offense. That's part of the reason why last year Mahomes didn't have as many yards because he was missing an entire series. Now, yeah, he could have went 3 and out, right, and maybe passed for 6 more yards, but he also could have had an 80-yard drive that he threw for 50-some yards in that, and his stats would look way different. So if the Chiefs' defense scores again, it's possible. We'll see. I would be okay with it, but there is something to the sports writers wanting to be able to say things like, Joe Montana, 3-time MVP of the Super Bowl, and, blah, blah, blah. So we'll see what happens. So who do you think in this game is, not saying that they'll win MVP, but who do you think in this game would be kind of like the dark horse, like the wild card that's going to, not necessarily like a no-name guy, but somebody that's really going to step up and shine that maybe they weren't depending on, if that makes sense?
Ooh.
Does the Chiefs have everybody back? Excuse me.
Everybody but the defensive end that tore his ACL last week. I can't pronounce his name.
Back?
Is who back?
Is McKinnon back?
He's practicing. They won't say that probably till right before the game, but I'm gonna guess he'll be back. I think Tooney's gonna be back. Willie Gay is gonna be back. I do know that for sure. He has no injury designation on him whatsoever. So,
man,
they're going to be on Travis Kelce hardcore, so I'm going to guess Rice or like McKinnon. Is going to.
You have to pick one, Caleb.
I'll say McKinnon Rice.
McKinnon Rice. You're going to morph them into one player.
I'll say Rice.
Caleb says Rice. That would be poetic. Rice beating the Niners.
49ers. Yeah.
Gosh.
Greg's Googling the
I was going to say,
now.
I am actually.
I know, dummy.
I don't know.
Well, that's not an answer. You have to pick someone. It can be wrong, Greg.
Greg says Taylor.
Taylor Swift. Tay-Tay.
I was thinking about saying something silly like that. I didn't think of that, but I don't know. I think Kelce will have a good game.
Okay.
But I think he's
but he's not
already.
He's not a dark horse. He's not somebody you don't expect to have a good game. Somebody that's normally like he'd end up being an unsung hero in the game.
Shoot.
And it could be for the losing team. I mean, you might think Deebo Samuel is going to have a monster game, but he's not. He's more of a superstar too. So it'd have to be like somebody that doesn't get a lot of publicity.
Clyde.
Who?
Clyde Edwards. Clyde Edwards.
If McKinnon comes back, I don't think Clyde's going to have very many touches. I mean, he could have 2 carries for 80 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Well, while Greg keeps Googling, I think I'm going to pick. I think I am going to pick McDuffie. I just have this feeling that he's going to get an interception in this game. You're going with Snead?
Interception.
I was going to say Snead, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if one of those guys doesn't end up with a pick. You know, Brock Purdy threw a pick last week, and he actually should have thrown 2. The one that bounced off the guy's head that his wide receiver caught, that should have been an interception. I don't think people talk about it enough. They say, what a great catch. I'm thinking, what about the guy that should have caught it? Hit him in the face. So I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying he's going to throw 2 picks. If he throws 2 picks, the Chiefs win. I think no doubt. But I do think he will throw an interception in this game. I really do. Okay, so who do you think is going to score first in this game?
Whoever gets the ball first.
I think San Fran is. I think they're going to kick a field goal.
Caleb?
Whoever gets the ball first.
That's not an answer.
I don't know who's getting the ball first.
Well, who's getting the ball first?
Whoever gets the ball first, it will score something. They'll have a field goal or a touchdown.
So just guess.
Whoever gets the ball first.
Caleb's
I'm going to write that down
Chiefs,
so that when they
Chiefs
don't, I can make fun of you.
Goal.
Chiefs kick a field goal.
Yeah.
You put KC. Since I wrote these questions, I've been thinking about them for a while, but I actually was thinking San Francisco might score first, but then my gut says KC. I don't know how. I don't know if it's a field goal or a touchdown.
I think it's better for KC if we score first.
If we can jump out to a big lead and not allow them to, kind of like Baltimore, although Baltimore's play calling last week was suspect at best because we never were out to a big lead against them and they just completely abandoned the run. I think even up 14 points, the Niners will still run the ball because Christian McCaffrey is special. So it would still help us, I think, to get up to a big lead and score first. So who wins a coin toss? This is one of the biggest bets in Vegas on the Super Bowl every year. Who wins a coin toss?
I'm going to say Chiefs.
Okay.
And they're going to defer.
They'll defer.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to have to say the 49ers, they defer so the Chiefs can score first. I get both my bets right.
So I think something different is going to happen. I think the 49ers are going to get it, and they're going to take the ball. I think they're going to I think the Chiefs are notorious for deferring, and most teams do defer so they can try to get that back-to-back possession at the end of the second half and then the beginning of the third. But I have a feeling that the Niners, if they win the coin toss, they may actually come out and go, hey, we're going to take this ball, and we're going to stuff it down your throats, and we're going to set the tone early and kind of go from there. Now, they didn't work out very well because I believe last week Baltimore got the ball first. Am I right with that? No?
Yeah, didn't Kansas City get a halftime?
Yes, they did. And I think they went 3 and out, if I'm not mistaken. We scored a touchdown. They got the ball back, then they tied it. So that's what I'm hoping happens. But I do think if the Niners win the coin toss, they're going to take it and try to just play smash mouth football. And I'm hoping that the Chiefs will step up. You know, they're down a defensive lineman, but I'm hoping they'll step up and they'll shut that down. So, yeah, we'll see. I'm not 100% sure on any of this. I'm not a big sports bet gambler guy. Actually, I don't bet on sports at all, but I know a lot of people into the DraftKings and the different things like that, and you know the DFS Mafia, and I just enjoy it for entertainment. So teach their own.
I'll put all my
Taylor
safe money on it.
You gonna put all your safe money on it?
Yeah.
Is who gonna be there?
Is Taylor gonna make
Taylor!
Yeah, I saw a bunch of drama about her being in
Must be
Tokyo,
or
and
something.
now it was such a big deal that the Japanese government came out and said that if she leaves by such and such time, we promise she'll make it to the Super Bowl with plenty of time. I'm like, okay, you don't have better things to do than report on if Taylor Swift's going to make it to the Super Bowl?
Meanwhile, earthquake in Tokyo.
Yeah, I do think it was kind of cool last week. Did you guys notice when the camera was on her at one point in the game when she said she mouthed "take the camera off me" or something to that
They
effect?
stop or something.
Was that what that was?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Oh.
she just wants to be there as a fan, and I think she is tired of being on TV every time something happens, which I could get that. If there was a camera that was filming every one of my reactions to whatever was happening in my life, and I'm just trying to be there for like a niece or something like that, I'd get pretty upset with it.
But Greg, you said the earthquakes in Tokyo or whatever.
Yeah,
You
it
guys
was
heard
there
about the
one?
Doomsday. Well, the Doomsday fish are showing up. And they're-
Oh,
That's a sign that there's a big earthquake coming, and they're showing up all over around the world. Like people who
Ooh.
caught them in Mexico and Asia. I think one in Russia.
What's a doomsday
Well-
fish?
It's a long, like,
the oarfish.
yeah, it's a long
It's an
oarfish.
oarfish.
Yeah.
What
They
are
like they go
Yeah, they float
vertical.
like this, have big eyeball, like the eyeballs on the side of their head, but they're big.
So what are they normally
They're
like
like-
way down deep in the ocean?
Yeah, they're on the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, they don't
They're
come
coming
up.
and they normally only come up if there's something like an earthquake or something's going to happen.
Great, we have that to look forward to. Can't wait.
I have heard about that recently. Them people seeing them and they're like, "Uh-oh."
They were seeing them a couple weeks ago. Now they're actually catching them. I don't know how they're catching them. If they're snagging them or whatever, but people are bringing them up on shore.
Well, they control the earthquakes from Antarctica in a base in the ground.
Stop.
Yeah.
So I knew you was gonna
That's
say
later.
something
That's
like
later,
that. I
Greg.
knew it.
I am actually going to
Stop.
Google doomsday fish, though. I've never heard of this before.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some of them are small, but some of them are like as big as like a boat. They're huge.
They're-
So
They're
wait a
big.
second then. What happens if Taylor Swift's in Tokyo and the earthquake happens and she can't get to the Super Bowl? What will we ever do?
we'll have to pause the Super Bowl.
We'll have to
Yeah.
wait, right? We'll have to postpone it today.
They're gonna wait.
She's got to be there.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, I will tell you that I think all the attention she gets is stupid. That's just where I'm at with it. But I also think all the hate she gets is stupid too. Like, why do people care if she's dating a pro football player? And I don't know if you guys paid attention to the Lamar Hunt trophy presentation, and then they were like hugging and stuff. Did it not look like that they are actually in a relationship? It did to me.
Like it's not fake.
No, and a lot of people
Yeah.
are like, they're just doing it for publicity. Listen, neither one of those people need any more publicity. You know,
No.
so I just think that people just need to chill out and just live their own lives and enjoy sports and entertainment for what it is. And that's just entertainment. It's not for us to completely immerse ourselves in and start judging who's dating who. Like, I don't really care, you know.
Right.
I mean,
It's pretty.
if you're happy, great. But at the same time, yeah, maybe it's a little much that they show her on TV, but I don't know. I watch most of every minute of every Chiefs game. How often is she on the television?
Not much. It's not any different than when Tom Brady was married to Giselle or whatever. It would show her when he scored a touchdown.
Well, and I'll show you how old I am too. Wasn't it Jessica Simpson that was dating Tony Romo at one point, and she was on the TV all the time, and nobody gave a crap about that?
Oh,
You know?
Simpson. Right.
I mean, I forget how many years that was, but it's probably been a decade at least. But you know,
Mm-hmm.
she was on there all the time. I just don't know why people care so much. I really don't.
I
I don't know why, even if you do care, why it generates so much hate. That's what I don't get.
I hate that
It's. I think that's what it. I mean, it's just how people are. That's what gets ratings.
I guess.
It's both sides of the coin.
That's why
They
I
don't care either
have
way.
tons of friends. I guess. I just hang out with the real ones, and if I find more real ones, I'll hang out with them too. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just weird to me.
I think less people care nowadays than they used to, though, about that kind of stuff. Seems like
Like in what?
social media.
like the celebrity media, like it's
You
on
think
a
they care
decline.
less?
I do. It seems like it's on a decline, but they
Oh, I
try
don't
to.
think so.
They try to put it out there still. I think a lot of people don't care anymore.
When do you think the hype was? When I mean,
What's
like the
that?
height. When do you think the height of that was? Then, if you think it's on the decline.
I think like 2010 to 20. Fit what? You say 50s?
This is the 50s.
No. I think like 2010 to 20 was like a peak. I think it's starting to decline. I just think people are tired of stuff on TV more and more. But that's just my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, when
But
it
look
comes
at the
to, like,
movies. Look at the movies. When's the last time you heard about a great, great movie coming out? Honestly, that was hyped up, and
Top Gun Maverick,
that was a while ago.
and I didn't even watch it till
That was
it came
wild.
out.
Right? There's nothing
That's
out.
come out during COVID.
Yeah.
That was made during COVID. So
Yeah, but I don't
Hollywood's
know.
on
I
the
don't
decline.
follow the paparazzi and TMZ and things like that. But do they not still stalk people when they go to restaurants and take pictures and things like that?
I
They
think
do?
they still do.
Okay.
Just not like it used to. It's not like all over TV.
But
like
I
it
don't
used
know
to.
that that's because the hypes went down. I think it might be because everyone can report on it now, right? Like,
Yeah, that might be
I mean,
true.
look at us three idiots sitting here with a podcast. 10 years ago, there ain't no way that was going to happen. You know?
Hey. Yeah. Hey, we're
So-
talking about Tay Tay.
Yeah, talking about the Super Bowl and all this other stuff, but people with their cell phones and things like that, they're filming videos. And what I mean by that is, there's big money in some of these pictures that these people are taking of celebrities, and I wonder if there's not
NFT.
as much demand for that because every single one of us has this giant thing, and it takes movie quality video, that we carry around with us all the time. And so maybe we don't see it like that. I don't know. I'm probably the worst person in the world to ask because I don't even watch TV.
We could do Crypto Bros Paparazzi NFT collection.
You could do what?
there you go.
Crypto Bros Paparazzi NFT collection. The shots we get for it, we'll put them in NFTs.
I'm not going to stalk celebrities and get paparazzi
Oh.
shots.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Caleb?
Caleb, you in?
No, I'm good. I got some.
Yeah, it was dependent on you.
Yeah,
you were
because
protection.
you were the only one that was going to, Greg and I were just going to sit back and let you get in the line of fire.
Yep, we
That-
take the shots.
That idea is shot down. Then that's not happening. I guess we'll
All
have to
right.
find another thing. Safe Moon didn't
Bye.
work. That's not going to work. We'll have to figure out something else. So, yeah, I was going to talk to Holly today about a certain other podcast, but we'll wait till the next time we film it. We get a couple more episodes out and see what she thinks because I think her and I are getting further and further apart when it comes to that certain other podcast. We'll talk about it in 2 weeks. So, anyways, Caleb, you got some questions for us?
It's time for Caleb's Choice.
His choice.
His rules.
With football ending, what are you guys going to watch now?
That's a good question.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah.
Try to watch more WWE.
That's
I
what
need
I
to
was
get back
gonna
into
say.
that. Kind of fell off that bandwagon.
Speaking of WWE, did you guys see the huge news?
Mm-mm.
Oh, I knew you didn't,
Which
Greg.
one, though?
What? Oh,
No.
wait. Hold on. Maybe.
So
Well,
Cody
did you hear
Rhodes.
about Netflix? Did you hear about Netflix, Greg?
Whoa, no.
They
Oh.
bought WWE Raw for
What?
$5 billion.
It's going to be on
Start-
Netflix starting January of 2025.
Yeah.
That's odd. That's
Yeah.
Yep.
wow. That's would have never seen that one coming.
Yeah.
So then, do you know who won the
WWE.
Royal Rumble? Wow, that's easy to say.
The Rock.
No, Cody Rhodes
Oh.
did. You didn't even watch it.
Cody Rhodes.
No, I didn't. I haven't watched anything in a while. Like
So
anything.
Cody Rhodes
Back to back.
won, so he can finish his story, right? He's going to
Yeah.
beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. Then on SmackDown, he decided he's not, and he gave The Rock his shot to fight Roman Reigns. So
Okay, I
Roman
thought I
versus
heard
The
about The
Rock,
Rock.
yeah, is going to be at WrestleMania.
Wow.
Doesn't that mean that he's not going to win?
I think he's going to fight Seth, and I don't think The Rock will win.
The Rock won't win.
I think Roman will beat The Rock, and Seth will beat Roman at SummerSlam. That's my guess.
Okay.
I
did
think
see
part of
about
that
The
has to
Rock.
do with the ratings draw that The Rock can bring versus Roman, and if they don't do it now, it'll fall into obscurity like some of the other matches that they had when it came to that they just never got around to doing. And so I do think the timing is good, but I also think that also makes more money for them down the road when they put Cody versus Reigns. What would that be, like 4 months, 5 months down the road? So, yeah, we'll see.
I did watch a little snippet about Cody had Seth out there, was talking smack
Yeah.
to Roman.
Again.
I usually plop Anna in front of the TV, and it's WWE usually.
There you go.
Yeah, so what are you going to watch now that wrestling, now that football's over, Caleb?
I agree with Greg. I'll probably try to get into more wrestling. Just watch some more storylines.
Yeah, that's the only thing week to week that I would watch. Like,
Is that what you mean? Like more week, like something regular that you're going to
because
watch?
with football, it's Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Saturday sometimes.
Yeah, I don't hardly ever watch the Saturday or Thursday games. I do love the Sunday night football, though. I never watch the Monday night game unless it's the Chiefs. Never. Honestly, you want to know what's going to happen? The Game Show Network is going to be on my television more now. We'll end up watching like Family Feud and whatever those other shows are. I don't normally pay attention, so that's probably what's going to end up happening. But I do usually watch a little bit more wrestling as it builds up to WrestleMania. I don't know about you, Caleb. I kind of thought the Royal Rumble was but this still is the best time of the year if you like wrestling whatsoever to watch WWE. So I probably will start watching that a little bit more.
When baseball season kicks off, are you going to watch baseball?
No.
Or do you watch baseball?
I don't anymore. I used to. Here's a problem I have with baseball and a lot of things in life, to be honest with you. So many activities in life take so much time. And baseball has 162 games. And yes, you don't have to watch every single one of them. I totally understand that. But when the Royals suck as much as they do right now, why would I spend a second of my time either spending money on it or just like away from my friends, you know what I mean? Or doing things I like. No, I don't really watch it. I feel the same way about the NBA. I think it's horrible. I don't watch that either.
Did you hear what the NBA just changed? They changed the rule on how many games you can play.
No.
I forgot what it is now.
Like a minimum?
82. Well, a minimum of if you don't play. I forgot what the minimum is. 82 season.
Yeah, it's 82 season.
I think you have to play like 60 or something. If you don't play 60 games, you're not eligible to be part of it. You're not eligible for the awards of like Defensive Player of the Year.
Oh, hey, River.
Like I don't know what he's doing, but dang. He's trying to jump in my lap.
He wants to talk. He saw Josh.
Yeah.
No,
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I do too, because they keep setting people down, and it's just dumb. I don't understand why they do that. It's just, I don't want to be the old man that says back in my day, but, if you were in, say, Portland, Oregon, and you wanted to see Jordan play, when the Bulls came to town, you bought that ticket, and I promise you, Jordan played unless he was, like, out. Like, he wasn't missing a game. He might be missing, like, 2 or 3 weeks or something. Like, he was hurt. And people don't play 82 games anymore. It's like, what do they call that? Like, longevity? Like, they're sitting them down for, it's some weird thing. So it's basically so they can make it through the season. You're telling me the money that you make and all the training you put in, that your body can't make it through an 82-game season? They have since the history of basketball. Like, why now is that different? So, okay, what's the next one, Caleb?
What was the last movie you watched, and did you like it?
Last movie.
Last one I literally watched was The Matrix. The first one.
The very first one.
Again, yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I do like it.
Was it as good as you remembered?
Yeah, I had actually watched it maybe 3 weeks prior when Sean and the kids left, and it was just me and Anna. I watched all the trilogy. I watched the whole trilogy. And then I randomly watched it again.
I have to Google it because I don't know the name of it.
I did watch Lord of the Rings, though, right? I was going to start watching those again right before that one. Because there's no good new movies.
Nerd.
No.
Yes.
Those
Good
are
old
long
Bilbo
movies.
Baggins.
So I was going to tell you, Caleb, that the last movie I watched, it was something about this kid named The Hill or whatever. And then I Googled it, and actually the name of the movie is The Hill. And it's the true life story of a baseball player, I believe it was in the 60s, might have been 70s, that was really good, but he got hurt. And so he didn't get to do the tryout. He broke his ankle on a sprinkler head in a game right before this tryout. And so he had 6 weeks to get healthy. And he went to the tryout, and of course he couldn't run. And apparently this is a true story, okay? And so the scouts didn't want to watch him hit. So he went into the other field with some of the other players they really weren't keeping an eye on. And the baseball diamonds were backed up like this, the outfields. And he was hitting home runs into the other baseball stadium until somebody finally said, well, somebody go figure out what's going on over there. And so he went up to the head scout and he said, listen, you're not going to play. You're not good enough, blah, blah, blah. And to prove this kid wrong, because he was sure that he could be a major leaguer, he said, all right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. And tomorrow's exhibition game, you're going to be the DH for both teams. And we'll get a long, good look at you and see how good you really are. And I won't tell you the rest. But it was a pretty good movie. I didn't love it, but it was pretty good.
I was thinking that player had a bone disease.
He did.
He just had it.
No, he did.
Okay.
And he ended up cutting his career short too, because because it did something to his spine. But I tried to look it up after I watched the movie. I believe he's still alive, but there is pictures of him as an older than me. So I believe it was maybe it was in the 70s. Actually, you know what? It might say it right here. No, it doesn't say the years.
Gotcha.
It's on Netflix.
Is it? I'm going to check that out.
Dennis Quaid is that kid's dad.
Dennis Quaid.
Oh, gotcha.
He's in.
Quaid.
Wasn't he the Rookie? The pitcher in the Rookie? Movie? That was one of my favorite baseball movies. And it's a true story also. I mean, I think it might have been embellished a little bit, but
I like
that high school coach.
They don't do that in Hollywood.
They don't what? Oh, embellish?
They don't embellish in Hollywood.
No.
No, but that high school coach actually did pitch for the Rays, and it did happen in Texas and all that sort of stuff. So I think they embellished a little bit, but maybe not too much. What was your last movie, Caleb?
Yeah.
The new Flash movie.
Oh,
Was it called?
Was it any good?
It was awful. No.
You didn't like it?
No. Did you like it?
I did.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to hate it, honestly. What did you not like about it?
I thought the storyline was all jacked up.
The time going into... But that's the Flash. That's what he does.
Yeah, but it was, the TV version of Flash is a whole lot better.
That is a good one. But
yeah, I didn't like it.
You don't like him going back in time and phasing and stuff?
Killing Batman every time? That's not cool.
I haven't seen it, Caleb.
Oh, is that why? That's why. You got tired of seeing Michael Keaton. Oh.
I'm not going to watch it. Go ahead.
Michael Keaton. It was the Michael Keaton
cool.
Batman.
Batman. He was in it a lot, but he kept killing him. He's
What?
an idiot.
I mean, he was coming out of retirement. He was old, and he was still badass. And he didn't give a shit if he died.
No.
He was just going for it.
He kept.
But Barry had to save him.
Timeline and screwing everything up again, and it was just.
Yeah, he kept going back and forth.
Quit going back, idiot.
Like crap, he died again.
You know, whenever I first saw him cast whatever his name is as the Flash, and I saw the first movie he was in, I thought, hey, this is a pretty good deal. I just feel like that guy gets cheesier and cheesier every time I see him Like,
He's more comic
That-
relief than anything.
yeah.
That guy's not a. I don't. Yeah, you heard the story about him, right?
Oh yeah,
Like,
he's way
yeah.
out there. He has like an
He's a
altar
cuckoo.
of himself that people have to pray to whenever they go to his house and things like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little messed up.
I can see why they shut down DC because of that movie. And they're restarting it because, damn.
So you think the Flash movie is what killed?
Wow,
Yeah.
Caleb's that man.
That's
You got
what
the hate
happened,
on.
though. After that movie, they fired everybody because that movie sucked.
Here's the one out of all those characters, I think they can all be recast. Okay, I think you can get a better Batman than Ben Affleck. I don't know who it is. Maybe it is Robert
Yes.
Pattinson. He actually did a pretty good job.
That
on the
was
other
good.
One. It was.
It was good.
I think you can get a better Wonder Woman than Gal Gadot or whatever her name is. She was good in it, okay, but I think you can find that person. I think you can get a better Cyborg. I don't think that guy did horrible by any means, but you can find that person. I think you can find a better Flash. That guy, the first movie he was in, it was okay. After that, it kind of
Yeah.
But can you find a better Superman than Henry Cavill?
No.
I'm telling you, no one is going to live up to that. There is no way. And that sucks because I thought he did an excellent. When I saw The Man of Steel, and I got a lot of hate for this. That's the best Superman I've ever seen.
I agree.
Whether it was Smallville, whether it was Christopher Reeves, whoever it was, that was the best Superman I've ever seen. And then they're just killing him off. And honestly, I saw Black Adam here recently.
Yeah.
It just wasn't the last movie I saw. And I actually thought that wasn't bad. Like, I'm way behind because I know it came out a little while ago. But the last and the ending credits where those two talk, that could have been a movie in itself. And I think they just ruined it. And I don't know that I can watch another Superman movie, to be honest with you, because I feel like Henry Cavill is like the best. Who did they recast him to? Do you know?
Someone I don't even know.
I may be done with that franchise. I may not watch anymore. I'm telling you.
You got to go back. You can't let the past be the past.
No.
Just like the Flash.
No.
Don't go back in time. Just
Can't
go
do it.
forward.
Hey,
Keep running,
Reeves,
Barry.
Superman was in the new Flash movie.
Yeah, he was.
That was Nicolas Cage's Superman.
Christopher Reeve's been dead
It's all jacked
forever.
up. And, it was
He came
weird.
back.
CGI?
Yeah.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah, Henry Cavill though.
Yeah.
I want to look at these movies. It's like if you know the comics, like if they play the part of what the comics want to portray, that's how I view it.
See, well, here's the thing, though. It doesn't even have to be like the comics, right? I mean,
It doesn't have to
You
be.
have like this background and this and that. And you don't want to be stupid with it, but you could write your own story. But no one's going to be better at Superman than he is. No one.
No.
There's no way.
But the problem with when they recast these superheroes, they always start at the very beginning and retell the damn story.
Yeah, I don't need to
already
know
know.
about Batman's parents again. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows that one.
do they do that with?
Save Martha.
Do they do that with Robert Pattinson's Batman? I don't remember.
I don't
yes.
Do they?
think they did. Did
They went over
they
it.
mentioned it, but it
I
didn't
think
show it, though, did they?
I think they did. I think they did.
Hey, who's a better Joker, Heath Ledger
Because
or Joaquin Phoenix?
now that Joker though. Well, here's the thing. Well, I think Joaquin Phoenix played a better portrayal of how the Joker, of like who
A
the Joker
more
why is.
realistic Joker.
Yes.
Like if there was a joke, yeah, I agree with you 100%. I thought he did a great
It-
job. But I
it was more
heard the
gritty.
second one that's coming out is a musical.
Yeah, that's a little odd.
You're not going to watch it if it is. I'm sorry. You can't go from the Joker to a musical. I can't.
But the theory behind
I'm gonna
the
watch
Joker
it.
is that all that was in his head.
The beginning, the first one?
The first movie. Yeah, the first movie of the Joker was
maybe.
all
See,
in his
that's
head.
why I don't think it's good. Like it's an
I think
origin
it's
story.
good.
It's an
I
origin
think-
story.
Heath is better.
Heath played the best villain
Bill,
to Batman. Joaquin played the
That
best.
was a Dark Knight or whatever it's called. I
Mhm.
think that was more about Heath than it was Batman.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. I think so too. Because you already
But
had
Joker
the original, like the origin story of Batman before that. And it was just another villain, but you have to get the background story of the villain, I think, to get it to work out.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Greg.
All right, my last.
Oh, you have one more? Oh yeah, sorry, that was
one
only
more.
2. I got us off track
Yeah.
with all the other side comments.
Yeah.
Would you rather fight a shark or a gorilla?
Fight a shark or a gorilla? Shark, for sure.
Did Holly text you this
Why?
and ask you to ask this question?
No.
Do I get a gun?
Why do you say shark?
Well, if
At
I was...
first I thought shark, but go ahead.
Uh-oh. Well, I do know that if you're in the water, like a great white or just any shark, a great white shark, because if you're in the water, they say if you stay facing them the whole time and never stop looking at them, they won't attack you.
I'm not trying that.
I'm not going to try that on a gorilla. Or am I going to run from a gorilla?
I saw a video of a little
gonna
girl
say there-
beating her chest at the zoo, and that gorilla freaking runs up there and
it
cracks a
broke
glass. And it was a little
Yeah.
tiny girl, and all she did was look at him and beat her chest. I'm not staying face to face that mammoth
Okay,
deal.
we'll say that they're you have to fight them. Like they're attacking you. Which one are you going to fight?
I would
Just
fight a
stare in
shark
their eyes.
still. Do I have a weapon?
No.
Oh, shit. That's a tough one because a gorilla's going to mess you up regardless. I feel like there might be a chance with a shark, but not in the water.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like you're going to drown no matter what happens in a fight with a shark.
Yeah.
I think you're gonna die with either one of them, but I think the gorilla kills
Well-
you faster.
That's
Maybe
what I'm
that's
thinking.
what we're going for here.
I'm thinking
Okay,
I'll
gorilla.
fight the gorilla and let it rip me in half. And
Yeah,
then at least
gorilla,
it'll be
okay.
over quick. I mean,
I
if a
changed my
gorilla
mind.
punched you in the face as hard as he could, your skull's going to break. It's just it's not going to be like
Are you just gonna
your
rip
head
it
got
off?
run over by a car.
Okay. Well, what if you just got dropped in the scenario? You get dropped right in front of a shark or dropped right in front of a gorilla? What would you choose?
Gorilla.
Really?
Well, what's the
could
difference
survive the shark
between
attack.
being dropped
What?
right in front of one and fighting one?
Well, they're not in fighting mode. I guess.
They're not in fighting mode. The shark, it's been proven that if you face that shark like
Dude,
that,
here's
it
the
will
thing.
swim away. A
That
gorilla's
thing
going to
is
attack
swimming
you
at me,
because...
and I face him, I'm probably still going to die of a heart attack.
I'd rather still go with that scenario.
Beats per minute's going to be like 3,000 of my heart's just going to explode.
Well, if you face a gorilla and flip him off, he's going to kill you.
Flip
You're gonna be like, hey,
just
you
32
douche.
at it.
I think that what you're supposed to do with a gorilla is just like play
Fetal?
dead. Yeah, fetal position, just lay there. And I've seen videos of them like
Oof.
drag people off into the forest and then just finally let go and run away. But if you go
don't, they'll
fetal
beat your
against
chest.
a shark, you're gonna die. And if there's one shark out there, I'm gonna think maybe there might be another one. So if I'm facing that one, then there might be one behind me. I just don't. I don't want to die in the water.
Oh, yeah, the behind you. That would freak me out.
Sharks aren't attacking people, but they might bite you to see what you are. So that's what I'm thinking. You're going to bleed out.
Oh.
That's still that to me. That's
This
that's an invasion of my privacy. That's attack.
I'd rather just let
Don't
the
bite
girl
me to
kill
see what
her
I
quick.
am. Because when you,
You
do
said
that, you're
gorilla?
taking my leg.
Yeah.
Caleb could probably go with a gorilla.
That's what I'm
It'd be an
thinking.
even
Caleb,
match.
he's gonna go head to head with a gorilla, and
It'd be an
then
even
He'll
match.
rip my arms off and beat me with them.
yeah, then that
Or,
gorilla's gonna
or maybe
be.
you each have one of each. You both have an arm off each other.
What was that Rampage movie that The Rock was in, where he had like pet gorillas? Caleb's gonna turn that wild gorilla into his pet.
Submit. I am dominant.
All right. That's
So,
all I got for
which
today.
one did you pick, Caleb? Shark or gorilla?
I'd rather fight the gorilla and die faster.
All right.
Shark's going to take forever.
So we all have decided that we're gonna lose
we're going
both
to die
fights,
either way.
and so we're
Yeah.
gonna just end it quicker. I'm
You're
with
the
that.
going to bleed out. You're going to bleed out or drown with the shark. That's going to take a little while. The gorilla's just going to crush your stuff.
I actually
Dead.
think you're probably going to drown.
Yeah.
I think you drown before you bleed out.
Well, yeah.
The gorilla still kills you faster than drowning.
Yeah, either way. I don't.
Hey, either way, you're peeing your pants.
Gorilla.
Can we agree with that?
Yeah. Did you get this from the Flash show by chance?
Oh, no, but that's a good point.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Gronk?
Yeah.
And
Not Gronk.
the shark?
No.
Where you
I
can
remember-
telepathically, whatever?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about, but no.
I have no idea what you're talking
Okay.
about.
Are we going to the corner now?
All right. Did you guys do your homework?
I don't do homework,
course.
Greg. And one, I don't even remember what we were
dog ate
supposed to
it, though.
do.
Your dog ate it.
I did my
Wow.
homework. My dog ate it.
I
He's already here
was-
too.
What was
I
our
was
homework?
gonna do the Anunnaki. You're supposed to figure out who they were.
Oh, yeah, I didn't
This-
figure it out. I couldn't figure it out.
I extended the week because class wasn't ready.
Well, Holly's not here. She was the only one. We were going to copy off of Holly, and she didn't show up.
What's the wheel for?
I have a fancy wheel. I was gonna spin it, and see who's has to answer the questions.
Spin it.
Okay. do
Okay. And in the background, I got a lovely little video for everyone of an alien on the moon. Just for theatrical purposes.
it. Okay. Okay.
I hope we don't
Okay.
get banned. I couldn't. I had to go somewhere to get this video. It's not on YouTube, or I couldn't find it on YouTube. So
That doesn't look like an alien now.
It looks like a clay
That's so-
figure.
that's supposedly an Anunnaki they found on Apollo 20, the secret moon mission, but they didn't go to the moon. So who knows, right?
Gotcha. Spin the wheel.
All right. Spin, spin, spin.
Let's hear that.
What was
I
that?
did hear that. Oh, Holly.
He wants to
I
go
can-
outside all of a sudden.
What's Holly's question? Then you can tell us the answer.
Hold on, I can remove her.
Oh, no. Now we have to
Ha
answer.
ha ha! Yeah. If you don't get it right, I'm gonna mark you down or mark you off.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh!
What's your
Okay,
question?
all right. Here we go. What was the name of the operation in 1946 to 47 where the U.S. supposedly searched out a Nazi base in Antarctica?
Ooh, I actually do know that, and now I can't remember it. I don't know. That video in the background is very distracting. He's picking her nose.
That's cryptic corner quiz time.
I don't remember, Greg, but I actually do.
I know you probably.
Yeah, as soon as you
I
say
know it's
it,
right there.
I'm gonna be mad.
Operation.
Yeah, I got that part. Over.
Down under. In Perth.
You give up.
I do. I can't remember.
Operation High Jump.
Oh, that's right. High jump.
Oh.
High jump.
That was weird.
All right.
I've
Don't
been
worry.
banned.
You can redeem yourself.
Okay, cool.
I should do some homework.
That wasn't from last week, was it?
No, it wasn't from last week.
Haha, Caleb.
All right, Caleb. What is the name of the sky gods from ancient Sumeria?
When were we supposed to know this?
Saturn.
What?
I don't know. Saturn. I don't know. Is that right?
Guys. No, the Anunnaki. That was your only homework.
Oh, I thought they were aliens.
No.
We suck.
Well, I guess aliens,
That's
but
not a
that's
real
who the
thing.
Anunnaki are.
That is a fake thing in behind your head, Greg.
That might be real.
Oh,
No, that's not real either. I've seen that video before.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Anunnaki. I got it right. Woo!
No.
Holly wins by default.
Holly wins. That's all right. I got 3 more questions.
Yeah,
You
Caleb.
can come.
Get it.
You
I'm
can come
ready.
back. All right. What is the name of the civilization that refers to the source of buildings and large cities that were buried by the mud flood?
Is this the one where you're talking about where the windows are a lot lower than?
Yes. Or
That's-
below the.
That
Yep.
was like 6 weeks ago, Greg.
Cryptic corner quiz time. It's a reflection back before I go on to more conspiracies.
I did see a
review.
video of
You-
I forgot where they're at.
Did you see this recently?
Big rocks, and they found a big city underneath the city.
I just saw that today, as a matter of fact, but
Yeah.
I didn't. It wasn't with sound on, so I don't know if that was if they had a foreign language or if that was in the United States or what. But it looked old enough to me that I figured it was in Europe.
That's what I was guessing too.
The hidden civilization.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. He said it before I said it.
No. That's not the name of it. I was just saying it's a hidden civilization.
Oh, dang, I was going to try to cheat and say, well, you shouldn't give it away. I got a chance to steal it, but no.
Are you Googling it like Holly?
I don't know.
No, I don't cheat.
Holly is gonna give it to us, but
It's Tartaria.
Tartaria.
The Tartans.
That doesn't ring a bell at all.
That's where you get tartar sauce.
No,
I don't know. I don't know.
that's
I don't
not
know.
true.
Fish people.
That is not true. But I was
Put
going to go
false
with it.
information out there in the corner.
All right, you fail again.
I did. I need to go.
It's going to make
Wow,
Caleb
you guys
every
ever
time.
watch-
Yeah.
What?
Get some, Caleb.
All right, next one's going to be Josh. All right, Caleb.
The wheel didn't say that.
I'm going to change the rules. All right. What is the name of the technique for brainwashing people and controlling their minds?
Oh, I can actually get this one.
Okay, well, if he defaults, then you can get it.
I know it. I can't think of it now.
Those videos are freaky.
They are.
Isn't it?
Dang it.
And
Those
I
were the-
actually can
you-
I can believe that has happened.
Yeah, that is kind of.
That doesn't seem too far fetched.
They just pause
I can
for
think of
minutes,
Yeah.
staring.
I don't- What's it, Josh?
MK Ultra.
Yeah.
You got
I knew
it.
was all like that.
Got it.
I'm a loser.
I'm a loser, baby.
This is the first time in like 3 weeks that I didn't have a mark across my face. Oh, look, Caleb. Not
Well, I
only
guess I
is
better-
it you again, it is
Jeez,
like on
no,
your
it's-
name.
It's gonna be Josh. This is rigged, like the 2020
rigged.
election. All right. Just had to throw that one out.
Yeah,
there.
you
Stir
did.
people up.
Is the election this year? It is, isn't it?
Yes.
Holy
Yes.
cow. That went by pretty fast.
It's the same year or 4
It's
years
always been
ago.
rigged.
The Super Bowl was the same last election as the 49ers and Chiefs.
Oh. You think they're gonna celebrate early?
No.
Again, we're gonna have one of those moments.
No.
I hope not.
I don't think they're that
I hope it
dumb.
don't get that close. They kick a field goal and think they're gonna win.
Yeah.
4 minutes
All
into the
right.
game, kick a field goal, go do dances in the end zone. Yeah.
Just for nostalgia.
Good times. Good times.
All right, Josh.
Do it. Let's do it.
Name of the project where they can cast holograms on the Earth to appear real. Or in the sky. They can make them appear in the sky.
I don't know.
With the blue beam.
This was Josh's question.
Damn it! Why don't you give me that one?
I
Was
thought
you
the
not
blue
gonna-
beam was how they burn Hawaii down.
No, there is a name for that. It's a directed energy.
Or was it
weapon.
everything
That's
that was
something else.
blue didn't catch fire?
That's
It was everything that was
Yeah,
I think blue, yeah.
the roofs were blue, or anything that was
it didn't catch on fire.
loose.
Blue cars
Right.
didn't catch on fire.
They didn't, I guess, target that, or was like invisible to the
No,
targeting
it
system.
doesn't reflect the heat like the other colors
Yeah, the
do.
laser-
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay,
Or, fire just decided not to burn down everything that was blue. That's probably what happened.
that it's got a mind of its own.
Yeah.
Just racist, the blue.
Still trying to figure out why they would do that to Hawaii unless they want to build something there and they needed all those people gone.
Yeah, I don't know.
Land, there's not,
Maybe-
they're not
maybe-
making any
well-
more land. They're going to start hostilely taking it over.
Didn't think about this, but maybe because Mark Zuckerberg's building a bunker in Hawaii. Maybe he's trying to clear it all out.
Yeah, Gates is building a bunker too.
Maybe.
You know something we don't know? Something's coming up.
Hey,
Dude.
I got a
fish
feeling
are back.
something bad's about to happen.
if it's in times, I'm ready for it. Let's do it.
Caleb, it likes you.
Yeah, man, you should go
Good
buy a lottery
grief.
ticket, Caleb.
Okay, well, last question. So if you whoever you get it, you win. All right.
What do we win?
We buzzing?
You win. What do you want? What do you want to win?
Captain D's?
Corvette.
Oh, the Captain D's. You know what? A Corvette?
Yeah. That
All
I can,
right.
that I can drive. That I can fit in.
I actually, you know what? I got a Valentine's to give away. So whoever wins gets a Valentine.
What is that? A card?
You're gonna get one regardless, Josh.
I
But
don't want one from you. I want one from Hot Redhead. My wife, by the way. I'm talking about my wife.
No, I know. I knew what you were going
those
for.
who
But
don't
I'm
know that,
trying
my
to get
wife
some
is
smart
redhead.
aleck. I made one last week. Okay,
You made me
All right.
Valentine?
I did.
Oh, okay.
It just kind of happened, you know.
No, that's
I was
never
trying to
happened
be
me
helpful.
before in my entire life.
But there was something that was like, oh, this is Josh. So I made him a.
The unicorn?
That is a unicorn.
Whoa, wait. Well, we better stop right there. You'll be surprised. All right, Caleb.
No, we won't.
No,
Who was Gilgamesh? Who is Gilgamesh?
Gilgamesh?
Gilgamesh.
That sounds familiar, but Gilgamesh. This was Josh's question.
I don't know the answer either, but it
I don't
does sound
know.
familiar. Was that one of the people that they used to worship in ancient times? Or gods they used to worship in ancient times?
Yes.
I just don't remember what god he was.
Sacrifice kids to him?
No, that was Baal.
No.
Baal.
He had. It's the Epic of Gilgamesh, which you read in history class. It's like a poem, but it's the story of him. And he talks about going to see the guy who survived the flood, Noah. It talks about him like going to him and some other dude. They battled giants and like the bull of heaven or something like that. He was a king. He was a great king.
So he wasn't a god. He wasn't
a god, but
god
he
that
was
people
like
worship.
a demigod. Like he had powers. He was very strong, kind of like Hercules or Samson.
So he's like a Greek
Who are
mythology,
real
it would
or
be
not
a
real,
person.
Greg?
I think they're based off something that was real. I think Samson's real.
What about
Right?
Hercules?
I think Hercules is real. I think it was based off somebody. I don't know if his name was
Well,
Hercules.
Samson's in the Bible. So,
Samson's
but Hercules isn't in the Bible.
Well,
But it doesn't mean that. I mean, not every historic figure was in
Well-
the Bible.
remember it says like the Nephilim. It talks about they were the legends of old, the men of renown.
Yeah.
It doesn't really go into names, but
No,
they
it's
were-
like one sentence long.
yeah. So I think they came from what that's referring to,
Maybe.
in my opinion.
But I don't think any of those people survived the flood.
I don't know.
How would they?
That's just what the story is. It's on some tablet somewhere.
Oh,
Somebody recorded it.
Yeah.
From
you know, it's
old
funny though. You know
times.
how many weird things I wrote down and put in like hiding places when I was a little kid that somebody's gonna find, and there would be like, oh,
Well-
there's gonna be movies made about it, and it's all gonna be
I mean-
my imagination when I was
Maybe, maybe. Regardless, it's an old, ancient story that predates most things, whether it's true or not.
Greg, do you
cool-
think dinosaurs and dragons are the same thing?
I do. Yeah.
There's this old church that they were moving a painting to restore it, and behind it was another painting, and that painting was a king killing the dragon.
I
I'm
think
just thinking maybe that's what people think were dinosaurs, and
that's what I think. It makes sense, don't it? I think you dragon, dinosaur, scaly.
similar. Yeah, I don't know.
It had to have been. Yeah, you always had those old medieval stories too, of them going to slay the dragon.
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know.
I mean,
Something weird.
oh, did you see?
No idea.
There's a
why it
huge.
doesn't happen now.
I had a video I seen the other day.
They're extinct.
It was like a mountainside, and it looked like a huge petrified crocodile, like big.
seen
Have you
that,
seen
yeah.
that? That is huge. Like
That's,
bigger than a Boeing 747.
Yeah.
What?
It's big.
Oh, it's huge.
That is big.
Well, it's kind
And
of like those giant trees, those petrified trees that are huge, like mountains.
Yeah, and the guy in the video is like, he didn't even like say what it was. He's like, you guys know what that is. And he was like, you can't tell me that's not what that is. You know, it's like, holy cow. It looked legit.
Came across the video last night, I think it was, where it was shown where all the pyramids are all around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Like China has like 3 or 4, but the government won't let you excavate them because they're just hills. But there's every continent has a pyramid.
Yes.
I think is a
Ours?
energy source.
That's ours?
Yeah,
Well, Mexico does.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know. Yeah.
Teotihuacan or whatever. Yeah, there's something was going on all over the earth. Teotihuacan.
Yeah.
Something was going on because they're all
Does it come
similar.
with a side of rice?
I hope so. I like rice.
Sounds good.
There better be in a rice cooker. That's the only way to cook rice.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was something similar going on all over the world.
So what are you bringing to us in 2 weeks for Cryptic Corner, Greg?
What am I bringing to you?
Yeah. Besides Valentine.
Yeah, you're gonna get a Valentine. I
You're
don't
gonna
know.
like it.
It'll be a
Super
surprise, but it'll be another big
Another
topic.
quiz?
It won't be a quiz.
Okay, that's good.
We're going to have like
Yeah.
quizzes
Well,
every quarter. We have to
quizzes.
recap all the Cryptic Corners.
By the way, Josh is the winner.
Yes. What did I win?
Boo.
Bragging rights, I think.
You're gonna get I'll change my profile picture to Josh's face.
There you go.
Cryptic Corner winner or something like that. I don't know.
Yay.
I know. I'm just joking.
No, I'm with you.
You're gonna be everywhere. We'll just say that. Everybody's
I am.
gonna know you
The
won.
next couple of weeks, I'm going to be all over this like county. That's everywhere.
I'm gonna create a crypto based off you. There we go.
Ooh, that's scary.
That's a hell of a win, Josh. That's a hell of a win.
It is. Hopefully, it does as good as SafeMoon did. All right, guys. Well, we'll end it on
Are you
that
in
note.
with that?
At least I'm gonna get the money. I'll say that.
Ooh.
Might end up in jail, but
No, you will.
Fun
Maybe.
way.
All right, guys. Well, have a great weekend. Enjoy the Super Bowl. We'll see you in a couple weeks. And God bless.
Go Chiefs.
Go Chiefs.
I'm Caleb. Please like and subscribe.